How are you all doing? Ralfy here, Ralfy Customs. I'm back. It's been a couple of weeks. I've just been busy doing other shit and sorting stuff out. It is the week before Christmas, so it's my last week before I break up for the holiday. So I'm going to do a bit of a traditional vlog type of thing. I'm just going to bring you along for the ride, and you can see lots of little bits and bobs and fucking about that I'm doing this week. Finishing off bits and sorting loose ends and whatnot. It might span more than one video, it might not. Let's see how we get on. We're going in the mighty VR6 through Backender Village to return to workshop. I'm not going to film all of my journey because you get them. Shouldn't be using your phone whilst driving. And to be fair, the back lane that I'm about to take is not the most sensible road to take when you're in a fucking V6 3-litre lowered fucking town car like. So I need my shit together in case someone comes the other way. It can be a bit unnerving, so let's get there. Although to be fair, I mean, it is so fucking scenic, you know. I'm only doing about fucking 3 miles an hour just to try and show you a bit of the winter beauty that is my morning commute, and I know I'm blessed and I am ever so fucking grateful. Right, let's sneaky peeks. This is for the new year. We've got our Paws Odd Up Customs frame GSX 1100F. No. Anyway, 1100 slingshot type fucking thing, and we got loads to do on that. We're going to get that as a rolling chassis with the engine in and most of it bolted up, so that's something to look forward to. Our Chris's might be included. This ironhead might be included in this week's bits and bobs. We need to make some brake lines and sort some bits out for that. And Marcus's is definitely for January / February, and there's a long laundry list of bits and bobs to do on that. Very few little bits to do on this so far. I think we've got some end bungs to make, some threaded inserts for the back of the frame. We've got steering stops to put in place, and we've got to strip and weld. That might be a this week job. And then there's our Gordies that Mr. Brief. I just wanted his frame to do an headstock, top tube and front rails, and he's ended up bringing the whole fucking thing. So that is a little extra work involved in getting that stripped down and on the bench. And we've got Mr. Andrew's rigid Triumph that's going to be somewhat like mine. It's another January / February job. And I think, oh yes, Mr. Nigel, the ever-patient Mr. Nigel, Evo Sportstar, that needs putting together and sorting out as well. So we've got plenty to go at. There's a couple more in the graveyard that we don't really talk about, but we will get on them in the fullness of time. And we've got something else coming in on Thursday as well, I think. Another fucking rigid conversion. So there'll be plenty to go at, but you're not going to see me do all of that in this fucking video, are you? This is going to move forward into the new year. Right, first job, the mighty VR6 was used at the weekend for a family function. It was my father-in-law, Daddy Fokker, Russ, I don't think he watches. It was his 70th birthday, and we took our Josh, me and Lisa, went to celebrate it, so we needed the car. And I noticed one of the headlights had gone, and it being mine, it's not a standard headlight, is it? It's these fucking HID fucking Xenon things, so they come with a ballast, and I'm not sure how to test. I was at home at the time as well, so kit was limited when I realised, so I don't know if it's the bulb or the ballast. So I ordered both. Ordered a pair of both, and we're going to get in the bows of it, which is, fortunately, it's the driver's side. The passenger side's obscured by the battery, which makes it even more of a faff to get out and get in. I know some modern cars you have to partially fucking disassemble to get to the bulb. This ain't that bad, but it's still a bit of a pain in the arse. So let's have a look. Right, here's what we've got. I'm hoping it's a bit of a plug and play whoever fitted them, there's a load of, like I say, you need this ballast and other shit, and it won't fit behind the standard cover, so someone's thoughtfully cut an hole in the back of it and ran the wires out, which is how I'm going to leave it. I just want to change the bulb. I'm hoping it's just a plug and play. I'm hoping I just pop the 2 connectors. Oh, what's this got on it, you see? It's looking a bit different. Oh, it's got that one on as well. Right, let's have a bit of a deeper dive then. Maybe it's not exactly the same. Yeah, mission accomplished. I just changed both while I was at it. Fuck it. Ain't it? So, new headlight bulb. I'll just fiddle and faff and get that fitted back down in the depths of the back of the headlight, and that is ready to rock and roll next time we need it. Right, let's turn this fucking thing off. All right. It's chilly. Next up is a little visit to the mighty Atlas. Now, when I first got this, it was a gift from a dear friend. It didn't have a few bits. They came with a fucking shit ton of accessories, milling accessories, all sorts of stuff. They were really versatile, waffly versatile they were. But I didn't get all that. So I've been slowly procuring 4-jaw chuck. I've got a collet I showed you before. Here we go. Collet chuck. ER32 collet chuck. This is for a Boxford, but it's the same fitting, so happy days there. I've got a 4-jaw on a plate, ready to rock and roll. I don't think I've tried it on, to be fair. I might have, but I don't think I have. Managed to find these. I mean, these are like fucking hen's teeth. This steady rest. Yeah. I found this from a lovely bloke on eBay, and we chatted a bit, and it was fucking great. That's happy days. And I found another one, another nutter that's into his Atlases, and he had the follow rest, which is, again, they're like hen's teeth, and a nice 6-inch, I believe, faceplate, which could do with a bit of a clean up and a true up should we ever use it. So that's added to the Atlas's armoury, and part of the reason is that there will come a time when the mighty Harrison and the Bridgeport, probably, hopefully not, but I would imagine that won't fit in my workshop as I get ready to retire and shit. So I'm thinking this is a keeper is what I'm waffling on about. So let's get it fucking tooled up. And then as I get old, I can still enjoy doing stuff on a lovely old bit of kit with all the bells and whistles to it. So, yeah, so I'm really, really pleased, basically. I hate that word. So we've got a follow rest, we've got a steady rest, we've got a 4-jaw, now we've got a faceplate that needs cleaning. They did a milling attachment, but again, you know, why would you when you've got that there? If one comes up, I might be tempted. So I'm really pleased. That's happy days. Nice little delivery, that. All right, next up is Mr. Clint's clock cluster mounting plate for one of his projects. Now, he's bought this to me. I've put this hole in and shaped that off camera because it's just a bit of fucking cutting and grinding. And then he's going to finish it where it needs to be finished. The last thing I need to do is put an edge up here, 40 mil. 40 mil of steel around this top perimeter so that it sits, the clocks sit with a shroud, you know, there's something in front of them. And I'm just trying to work out how the fuck to shape it. I mean, I've got my pipe anvil and I've got little rollers, so we're in with a chance. It's not got to be thick steel either. The bit I can't get my head around is these ends. They're like a 20 mil radius. Where's me 20 mil? My 20 mil grinding tool won't quite go. Filing guide is what it's called. That's not far off. I could get a bit of 20 mil, clamp it in here and pull the steel around it to get that shape, and then come round off the pipe anvil. Then we've got a straight bit, which could do with a little bit of a kick. It might not fit in me fucking bender once I put the curve on, and I might not get that curve once I put the bend on. So it's going to be a bit of a fuck about. It's only a little slim, you know, it's that big. 40 mil by what? 325 out of this stuff. So I'm going to cut a strip out of this. I'll just do it with a cutting disc off camera. 40 mil. And then we'll have a look. Right, here's what we've done. We made a test piece. Here's the actual strip. Right, let me grab me chattels. got the old pipe bender, and of course we've got the vise, and we've formed this, the first tight little curve around this bit of 16mm solid, just clamped it together with it in the vise and fucking started it round. Then we've tapped it up a bit, give it a few love taps just to tighten it up, and then flipped it, little kink, and then we're over to the pipe anvil, where we trap it between the two bits of pipe and gently notch it round, gently tweak it as we go. The actual curve is not far off the big one, but you can never get a full curve. You can't get the full tightness because you get spring back, so we use a slightly smaller one, and that gets us, fucking hell man, that gets us to there. Now what it's made me think is I'll probably do it in 2 halves and join it there. I think that'll be easier. You know, it's not got to be a perfect follow. We talked about that. There's a little recess in the back of the clocks that you could feed it into, but fucking hell, what a job that would be trying to get it exacto, because it's plastic and tight and old and all that, you know. And then you got to get the gap right, which I'm not doing. So again, I've not got that to work from, and that's not the brief for the job. It just needs to finish it off and look pretty fucking damn cool. So I think what I'm going to do is transfer this onto this. Move my fucking striker plate out of the way for me MIG. Look, you like my new handle? I had a mishap. Snapped the fucking handle off to make one. Jesus Christ, on a bike. So yeah, I'm going to replicate that, bring it round to there, kick it again there, that way, and then maybe kick it again if I can, or cut it. We'll see.
Don't forget folks, our Fuck Stock stickers are now available in our Etsy store, link in the description below. Fuck Stock, you know it makes sense.
So I've ended up going in for a twofer. I just could not get this right. Sorry, I'm not showing you very well. I couldn't make this fit right. I've had to split it, and we're going to do it in 2 bits, which is just fucking peachy. So there we go. We've got a nice follow around. I'll get that tacked up off camera, and then we should be getting on with it like. Alright, here's the cue, look. We've got it tacked in and cleaned up and looking rather spiffer, if I do say so myself. I'm not sure whether to tack weld on the inside. Just make these tacks bigger. It's just a cover. It's going to be powder coated. If there's the slightest fucking line there, it'll get buried, I'm pretty sure. Or MIG it round, which involves quite a bit of fettling after. Or run round with the TIG. Now, the problem with the third option, although it means it just need a quick fucking buff up after, is that this is coated with some shit. It don't matter because it's going to get blasted and powder coated, and it's nice feel like underneath this coating. I don't know how I ended up with it, but I have. And it can contaminate the TIG. Now, I've had a right good go at cleaning it best I can, so I think I'll probably start with the TIG, and if that fails, then go on to the MIG, eh? Righto, so that fucking hell, how hot is it? Quite hot. That started off all right and then went downhill. We lost it at this end. I couldn't get it. It was just fucking too much dross. So rather than struggle on with the ticky winkle, we've fucking missed it, and I will employ the services of a couple of my finest tools to give that a nice fucking buff up all over now. And then we'll be done. And there we have it, look. Kind of. It's got to have a kick in it. It's got to be bent up. But that's not happening here, right? That's going to happen when it's fitted. Mr. Clint is well capable of finishing this. He is also going to form a slot for the cable to access. And the job's a good one. So, yeah, that is one little job before Christmas. Nicely ticked off. Right, next up on the before we go home for Christmas list is our Carl's monoshock twin rail swing arm sports start. Oh fucking so I love that. What a fucking, that's turned out lovely, hasn't it? Look at it. Okay, it's one of the year's favourite project, that is, and a favourite customer. What a lovely bloke. Anyway, I digress. We're making end bungs like these. Way up. I mentioned it earlier for you, next day for me. They're going to go in there when we strip it and weld it. I'm not going to fit them now, grovel on my hands and knees to fit them, but I'll make them ready. And they're going to have an M10 threading. So if we want some bracketry or fixtures or something coming off there, we're not doing the same with this because we don't know what's happening with them. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's going to handle that part of the project. And steering stops. I'll lift it up and turn the bars and look at putting a brace here to catch the steering stops. We'll see where it comes and the best way of doing it. The last one I did on that Triumph Swedish style, because it had such a fucking rake in it, had a solid bit of 10mm plate across there that tied into the bottom of the headstock and everything. It fucking hell, that ain't going nowhere. I don't think this needs anything quite as that over the top, but we'll see. Alright, let's get on, because I've got open fires and mince pies at home. I've not got mince pies. Oh, probably will have over Christmas. This is a sucker for a mince pie, bless her. Anyway, we've got a bit of this hot rolled, chucked up. I'm just going to face it off best I can. Here we go. Nice and flat on the end there. Right, we're 0 I read out. And now we want this to be 25.4. So I already know the size, and we're going to take 2 cuts, 2.5mm at a time. So 100 thou, 50 thou depth to cut, and that. Hold on, bear with. Just change my feet and speech, man. And that needs to go along for about 22 to give us room for the parting blade. So we'll take that down to 22mm in due course. Come on, baby. Which is about there. And then down to 25.4, which is there. I'll send that, happy days. And now we've got the same again, down to 20mm. So same depth to cut, we want 5mm off, 2.5mm at a time. And this needs to go down to 12, thereabouts. This is just the bit that goes in the tube, so it's not a crucial dimension. 12's a nice round figure. And now down to 20mm, which is a nice foreign fit. So that, come on baby. So that takes us, come on, fuck's sake. There. Sorted. So we'll send that down to that shoulder at 12mm. Like fucking so. just break that edge. We don't want a big chamfer there because we're probably going to TIG weld it in. But we will come in and put a good chamfer on there in case it ends up being a bit of a tap-in fit. Give ourselves a bit of a lead, which is fucking bottom. And now we're coming to part it off, so I'm just going to touch on that edge, which is kind of in my way, and bring that up to set the radius out, not that it's absolutely fucking crucial. 0 digital readout, and then move along 9.25, which leaves 0.25 or 10 thou. Fucking hit the fucking number, come on, there, to face off. So yeah, lock off and slide, check I'm moving in the right direction, and bring a bit of lube on the job, and away she goes, Captain. We'll just send that with a dab of lube, because that's what separates us from the animals, eh boys? Merchandise available in the description box below. Right, here we go. Is this going to be red hot? Yeah. There we go, sorted. Right now, with that spun round and chucked up, you can get on with facing it up. Let's just get rid of that tit, they call them. It's a nipple, isn't it? It's, you know, what's that all about? So we'll just fuck that off and then touch on, which is there. Move along 0.25, which is there, and give it a nice clean up. Super. Then this can have a little bit of a sham for a man, so we'll switch over to the tool, like so, and just give that, minding the chuck, like, give that a bit of a finish like that. Super. Righto, now we're in with the oldie centre drill to get started for the M10 thread. So we'll give that a little dab. Bear with. There we go. Chip away at that. Right, fucking so. And now in with a freshly sharpened tap-in drill for M10. So we'll just send this nice and steady. Looking rather nicely. A bit more one side than the other, but no complaints. Let's give it another dab of lube. Like so. Come on. All the way through. Sorted. A quick sham for a man. Ready to take the thread. And now we slow things right down. While we do my dad's favourite thing, if you're watching Gus, and send a machine tap through. Just like that. Right, knock it into reverse, speed it up a little bit. And there we go, that's one done. Ready to weld in once we strip it down. Do a quick blow off. Good work if you can get it. Sorted. There we go. There she blows, Captain. Nice chunky M10 fastener that will fit in the end of the frame rails. It's a bit tough, I can't get that out one-handed, look. Like fucking so, spot on. So, super. Right, onto the fucking steering stops, which come quite nicely on the frame tube there, to be fair. So my plan is to do just what I did with that Triumph. You're not going to get more solid, so I've dummied in a piece, a little something, re-up, focus, like that, and then I'll just swing this round with my knee, hold on, because I'm trying to hold you, and we'll make it just a nice fit in there like that, and then it's got the frame tube, unless that sticks out a little bit, which it could do, could clear the frame tube a bit, there's still plenty of clout to take a steering stop. I thought about doing something really low down and triangulate, you know, filling it in with a triangle. I think it's just making it too fussy, Ralfy. I think we'll go nice and sturdy on the frame tube there. So with that in mind, I've kind of marked it out a bit on this test piece. Transferred that to this piece, which I'll now cut off to suit. Cut off to that angle, and then get a mirror scale off it, and we'll have a look, see how it fits. So we've got this chunky monkey. This is a Mark II. The Mark I was a little bit shy. I decided that I wanted them to sit in there and clear the frame, and the tabs there, look, you can't see it very well. The stops clear the frame, so I've just made it a tad longer. I'll get it held in place. We'll get mocked up and have a look. And there we go. Nice and chunky monkeys. And I will... Not very well lit, is it, Ralfy? I'll weld, fully weld all round here, obviously, and tighten with the bottom of the headstock down here. It'll be absolutely fucking pucker and solid. And just what the doctor ordered. So... with the steering stops in place, and where were we? Excuse me if you want to go faster. And my frame end bungs made. That is another couple of jobs ticked off, ain't it? Happy days. Right, last little job, and I say little, I mean it lightly, is our Phelps's brake lines, and I'm already laying it out and mapping it out and sorting it, and I've realised I need to order some more fittings to do the rear one. The problem is that we're going to fully braided when it had lines that have got a solid bit in. So this fitting needs adapters to go to the braided, and because of how they tighten up, you've got to put a swivel in there, otherwise they're fighting each other as you're trying to wind each end tight. I ain't got that shit. I've got to order some. But his brake light switch is going to go somewhere there, not quite sure. And we're going to wait for those fittings to come. We've just ordered a straight nipple for nerve, and a swivel with a elbow swivels for both ends. So we can come out of the master cylinder, go into that brake light switch, wherever I end up putting it, and then we can come out of here. That's not going to be in there, that's going to be another nipple for nerve, so we'll have that out of the way, so future me is not confused, not even more confused. Yeah, so we're going to come up and out and then find somewhere to put it, maybe put the switch here or something, I don't know. We'll get a battery in as well. So I'm just making up that T-piece. I've just put a copper washer under there. The thing with these is that there's a slightly different way of sealing up. These are meant to bolt against the surface, and these T's take a tapered end, so we put a copper washer in there to seal it up, like, and then they just tighten in. Sorry, bad focusing. They just tighten in, which I'll just do off camera. I'll just nip them up, and then that's ready to fit when those fittings come. Okay, so after putting the fittings in the front, like I think I've just showed you, we could easily measure and trim a piece of hose for the front. There's loads of debate about cutting this stuff. Some people use cut-off discs, some people use all sorts of methods. What I find best is a good pair of aviation snips. I'll just snip through it, and then I use these parallel pliers. Look, looks like a dinosaur, but they're parallel to round it off again. You can get little guides. I'm sure you can get like something to do it for you. There's a specialised tool to do it for you. I don't have that. So I'll round that up a bit, and then put the soft jaws in the vise and clamp the fitting in. Take the nut off and the olive off and put it all together like. Yeah, so we'll round that off best we can. And because it's coated, because it's got black, I'm not filming this very well, we need to trim it back a bit. So we know that it needs to go to there, and that goes to there, and we need a bit of space to pull this back out of the way while we're fitting it all together, so we can guesstimate with the thumb and then run around with a nice sharp blade. I'm not really set up for filming this very well, but you get the picture. So we trim that off, And we'll just go through to the braid and get it looking nice and neat and ready to fit up. I did have camera because it is a bit of a faff. Right, now we get the nut over without spreading out the braid. And again, I'm sure that there's a tool for the job because it can be fiddler. Then we get the nipple, sorry, the olive. Oh, olive. We get the olive on the end of the Teflon. Get it started nice and true so we're not got a lip sticking out. And then give it, nip that up. Give it a good push and a wobble to spread out the braid and to push that home, and then on with the nut, and we just nip it up. It's not got to be super tight, but it needs to be there. So just nice and steady. You feel it start to pinch up. Oh, excuse me, clumsy bastard. You feel it start to pinch up and stop really. Leave a couple of threads showing, I like to. Then if you need to tweak it for alignment or whatever, you've got a bit of wiggle room. So we'll just get the other end done and then the front's done pretty much. Not forgetting, excuse me, a little bit of heat shrink. Put the other bit on because you'll never get it on when you've made the olive, when you've done the end light. So get that one on, and if my torch will light in this cold, oh yeah, we can finish that off nicely, look. There you go. Sorted. Right, so ready for after Santa's been. We need the 2 fittings for each end of that, and we'll make 2 hoses up, for that. Front one's on. And now I've not bloodied it up because I'm not sure if our Chris is riding this before he strips it down to make it beautiful. I don't think he is. I think he just wants to run through the gearbox in the workshop. So rather than get a load of fucking brake fluid everywhere that he's then got to deal with when he strips it down, we won't bother. So that is the trio of jobs sorted. I don't know if you can hear the kettle in the background, it's just about to boil. That is me, happy days. So there you go. There's a few bits and bobs to end the year, and what a fucking year. I'll probably put a Christmas thingy up, Christmas greetings little video. Yeah, I'll probably record something tomorrow and stick it up in appreciation for the continued support. It's been fantastic. I've had a really good year. Yeah, honestly, if it wasn't for you watching and interacting with all your comments and all that feedback that I get, then I wouldn't be doing it, would I? Let's be fair. We all enjoy it, so happy days, yeah. I'll see you in a bit. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and a sub. Check out all the bumps in the description below, and I'll catch you very soon. See you later, everyone. Big love.